You're right, Dick, that there is an ordinance, and it is overlooked, but it's been that way ever since it's been built. So, you know, I don't know that they've ever had a problem out there talking to the golf pro. So we have to look at ways to be creative, and it's going to be up to the city council in the future to decide whether they sell beer there or not. It's not up to the mayors.
Mr. Wilson, next question.
Mayor, you have been accused by a local man of visiting his place of business and intimidating him into taking down a Dick Roe campaign sign. Is this true? Did you do this? And what is your response to this charge?
I'm glad you brought this question up, because I can sit here and I can answer it in front of everybody, and I can be truthful. I did not make any threat to any individual. I went and asked to put a sign up like I've been doing 4 years ago. I probably had 500 signs out in Rochester, Indiana, those of you who remember. I asked everybody to put a sign up. If you're neutral, that's fine. If you're not, then so be it. And we have a Fulton County Election Board. The board members are President Fred Baum, Republican. Mike Worley, member, Democrat. Fulton County Clerk, Letty McKee, Democrat. A complaint was filed by Sandy Tyler, chairperson of the Fulton County Party. And the law is, you read the law, which applies to any complaint that goes before the election board. When the board decides that they can determine how much of the complaint is, they look at it, if there's any or factual information about it. They took a writing response, a letter to all parties to tell them to quit, or they file a charge. The last letter of the line states, if the Sentinel would have put it out right, it says, there is no merit or validity to this complaint, or will it stop? Should it stop? I believe this is all political, and I believe it's dirty politics. I do not want to be a part of it, so Mr. Roe, you can go on.
Mr. Roe, 1 minute for rebuttal.
Well, in all of my experience in life, I've learned this a long time ago, the key to success, a business success of your city is your businesses. The mayor is actually the cheerleader. He is the champion of business in this community. With this kind of action, if I had a business in this community, I'd be very concerned about it. Government has no business running businesses. The people owning the businesses run the businesses. We should only be there to complement and not to create this problem.
Next question, Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Rowe, it was no secret that a number of Rochester police officers were not pleased with you when you were police chief. Why was this the case? Have things changed? And if not, what will you do about it if elected?
In 1992, Ed Banster brought me from Delphi to Rochester to do what I could to bring the police department in compliance. My job, according to the community, was that they needed the police officers to be tightened up. They thought they were unmanaged. Bottom line, they wanted a leader for the police department. So I stepped up and became that leader. I believe in 1992 to 1998, Rochester had the best police department in the area. I have received letters and commendations from newspapers all over Indiana on the way that I managed the police department.
Mr. Smiley, 1 minute rebuttal.
Well, I do agree that you were the police chief in 1993. That was a long time ago. A lot of things do change. I have a daughter that started school and graduated since you've been gone. I believe there's a lot of information here that change does move forward. I believe we have a great police department. We have reduced the size of our police department. Why we have done that? With Chief Miller, we have looked at other ways to manage our people. We started going, our officers were paid for 40 hours a week, but they only worked 36. So actually, Detective Denny Riker, when he retired, he told me that he didn't think we needed to replace him. And he said we could probably cut the staff if we remanaged. So by putting the officers to work 40 hours a week, and now they're doing that, that eliminated one officer. When you multiply 10 times 4, that's 40 officers. So I think we've got a great police department.